It is wonderful. It is wonderful.
Okay.
I will advertise this if I could for Thanksgiving
Yes.
for gentlemen to drink this and ladies. Get not your father's root beer. It is amazing. It is you don't if you know you're not a drinker, but you also want something nice and cold and fresh. If this is what they were selling back then for cowboys, no wonder why they were robbing Indians and all kinds of stuff. It's 5.9% alcohol, but it's not. You won't feel it, but it feels
Okay.
good.
Okay. Hold on.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT2 Unfiltered. I am here with an honored and amazing guest, an amazing brother who we started out this journey at different times, but we both met on the same path of life. We have the same faith and beliefs, and it's a very much a great pleasure to get to have this man on my channel. We have done some amazing debates and talks, and he has supported me on stage as I have supported him. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Yuglinkjr Jr. What's going on, Young Link?
What's going on, everyone? Appreciate you, BMT.
Brother, I'm glad I got to call you. I called you up. I know it was at the last second, but luckily you answered the phone. We did call out for Healthy. I don't think he was able to get in just yet, but he'll probably get in whenever he can. Okay. But I wanted to do this talk. What Daniel Hernandez showed brothers about the love of the streets. I wanted to do this talk because I feel like this is something that a lot of our youth, a lot of our young men who like to run the street or get into foolishness and seek that type of thrill of fast money and attention. Let's talk about it. Young Link, what's your thoughts on this, brother?
So, I'll just make it real brief. Appreciate that. I'll make it real brief with this. So, Tehashi 6ix9ine, yeah, as you can see, he's been running in with the law, charged with racketing. Can be a multitude of things, a murder, robbery. Back in 2015, he had a case of sexual assault of a 13-year-old. And, just listen to him, coming up and did some research on his background history. Is that, he didn't have a father in his life. His father was killed. He was very poor. People talk bad about him, about his shoes, the way he dressed. Mothers is barely making ends meet in New York. And that, I want to say, that internally damaged him. And to the point is that now when the Lord, I believe, has blessed him with talent, I'll say, you could argue with that. I don't think his music is that good, but as far as like having a big influence and he can turn that into a profit, and seeing this young man just may be convicted and serving life sentence, I just think it's just very disheartening because he's 22 years old, in the rap industry, trying to do the best he can. He did really great things and just giving people money for charity, helping Hispanics and other Mexicans and other kids, giving kids shoes and stuff like that because he didn't want them to go through the same things he did while he was growing up, man. And just hearing this, reading the story about this, it's just really sad on so many levels. But it gave me the perspective to think that, listen, you have to be accountable for your actions, and when you're doing good things, you're trying to turn your life around, you have to put that street stuff away. You just have to do more research. He was with the trade gangs in New York. It's just a lot of unnecessary things that he could have controlled and put his life on the right path. I just think hearing this is very emotional. It's very sad, and just hope that many other brothers, man, would do some research on this and just learn from this. But yeah, I just think it's very disheartening at this moment.
I agree.
Yeah,
I greatly do agree. Because this is a young man that I can tell you right now, y'all. Regardless of I don't all like the brother. I'm not gonna try to say that I do, but I take no pleasure in a young man getting incarcerated or looking at possibly losing his life to the system. Although we all have to answer for the things that we do. I wish there was just some type of guideline in what's going on MOT. I wanted to bring MOT in on this
So
Also, because
MOT.
MOT understands the law very well. This is why me and MOT and even young Link on his channel, we preach to y'all about get away from those element of people that mean no good. That possibly they're not doing anything with their life, they're not making positive changes. We ask you, brothers, to step away. This man is looking at racketeering in New York. And I hope y'all understand New York takes racketeering and organized crime very seriously. MOT, welcome, brother. I know you've done a lot of things and you try to talk to a lot of young men about setting yourself apart from the sheep and the herd. Why is it in your heart that you preach so hard and you tell a lot of men that, listen, get away from these men, get away from these women, like go off by yourself and build your own brand? Why is it that I know you're very passionate about it. And that's why I knew I should have grabbed you for this message. Why is it that you're so passionate about this, MOT? I gotta wait till he gets off of mute.
Yeah.
Hang on. MOT.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine, brother. You're fine.
Right. Giving the wrong person a ride could give you a life sentence in this country. There was 2 people in Colorado, especially when I was there. They were handcuffed and in the backseat of a police car. But because they was in the car that drove up, and this dude like shot a police officer or something, that person in the backseat of that car got life. They didn't do shit. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm cleaning a lot of black people up off the street with this accessory bullshit. This is why it's very important about the people who you hang with. Trust me, this dude's a piece of shit. And anybody who thinks this dude deserves to be free, fuck you. Maybe you should go do some of his fucking time when he gets that life sentence. There's no reason why this guy should be out on the streets right now, if he is. Something wrong with our bail system. You know, if you're looking at 100 or something fucking, well, what the hell you look like paying bond and being out here so you could possibly do even more fucking shit?
I think his bail bond was $1 million and it got denied.
Yeah,
it got denied by the judge for $1 million.
You know, he had 1.7 million in his bank account. That's why, you know, he had to be, you know,
they most likely locked his bank account. They most likely locked that down.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, it would have cost him $170,000 to make that, so it wouldn't have been shit. The point is, when you make bail that high, you know, you make it so. But I mean, bail should be for legitimate reasons, not because you got the fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all that goddamn time. I'm not sure what the fuck you're doing. Being out here with us anyway. You get used to your deluxe accommodations they got for your ass. Problem is that, man, look, this is not a guy to be celebrated. This is not a guy to be tolerated.
Right.
Present up. But these fucking women give this dude the platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was going to add, BMT, I kind of agree with MOT on that too, because as far as like Tehashi, you know, in the past when he was coming up, you know, he was beefing, doing unnecessary beef with rappers. So I can see why, you know, I can see why a lot of people, especially in industry or people that look up to him, say, hey man, well, he had it coming. You had, even when he was on the Breakfast Club, they had a pastor pray for him, you know, there. So yeah, so I mean, this stuff is real. So you know, but he had many chances, you know, to turn his life around. That's my thing. I don't understand, but it's just all a misguidance. But
you could have jumped on the plane, got him some citizenship to another country, and never came back to this. He could have went to like Guatemala or Peru or anywhere in South America, changed his name, and just sat there on a beach for the rest of his life. But no, he wanted to keep going out. What people don't understand from a law enforcement perspective, this is the shit he got caught doing. There ain't no telling what other shit this motherfucker have done, because whenever you're start telling the story, that's when you find out all kind of other shit that's motherfucker. That he's not charged. I mean, because there's like, oh, well, this guy just did one thing wrong. He's going to jail. Like, no, he probably did 900,000 things wrong. He got to be so much of a problem that they had to come out. I have no remorse for this guy. None. Only thing we can hope is that he didn't have a bunch of goddamn kids.
Nope, he only got one kid.
Yeah.
And I'm about to show y'all. So I want to show y'all, because you already know, and this is MOT's favorite part, is where we get to actually go over and pull up the information about this guy. We're going to pull up the stuff that's going on, so that way I don't want y'all to think that MOT sounding biased, because MOT, he's strict. He's straight by the book. And so is Yuglinkjr. And like I said, we want you brothers to learn from this man's mistakes. So let me go ahead and let me go ahead and pull it up right now from Rolling Stones, because you already know the music industry is already talking about this. Because his record deal, they most likely, they're going to cut him off. They're going to most likely cut him off.
Most definitely, yeah.
So Tehashi 6ix9ine faces 32 years to life in prison on racketeering firearm charges. After federal arrest, rapper denied bail despite offering to surrender passport and over $1 million. Man, I can tell you, I walked a lot of men through that door, man. Man, he's facing a mandatory minimum of 32 years in prison following charges of armed robbery, murder, and conspiracy. God damn!
And conspiracy, man. See,
boy, you already know.
Boy.
Once they got that conspiracy there, you know the dude inside the lab clicking away.
All that stuff he's done in the past is catching up to him, man.
Oh, man.
God. It's and like I said, I want to feel sorry for him, but
no, you don't.
It's just, but no, but I'm just saying that the reason why I said that in that perspective, because I know age shouldn't be an excuse, but like I said, he's young, all that influence, and no father figure in his life. I wish it was someone in his ear, before he was coming up, telling him the do's and what to do in life and who to associate himself, and not to get an unnecessary beef, man. But now it's like you can't even flourish in your own career because of the stuff that you did.
Now, let me get this out for you. Tehashi 6ix9ine, real name, Daniel Hernandez. That's why I said Daniel Hernandez. Which I'm not going to call him by the rapper name. Let's give him his actual name. Yeah. Is facing a mandatory minimum sentence of 32 years in prison. According to the prosecuting U.S. attorney at the rapper's arraignment on Monday night. Oh, man, they did this at nighttime. So you already know those federal people, they try to move quick and get their stuff over really fast. The rapper was arrested on Sunday night and faces federal charges, including racketeering, allegations stemming from Hernandez's involvement with the 9 trade bloods. Oh, goodness, boy. What are you doing, Daniel? As well as previously under unreported armed robbery. Hernandez faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. Hernandez is a member of the violent sect of Bloods, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael Yuglinkjr of the arraignment. Oh, man, so he got a U.S. attorney trying to get him. You already know. I can tell you right now, those guys, they like trying to make examples. They like making examples. This defendant participated in multiple acts of violence. Hernandez attorney Lance Lazaro advocated for bail for his client under the condition that Hernandez surrender his passport, pay over $1 million for bail, and be placed under house arrest. However, the judge denied bail, opting to keep Hernandez in custody, inciting that the rapper may still be a danger to the community. Even those bail conditions were met, Hernandez's legal team plans to appeal that decision. Let's stop there. Let's stop there because it's getting really bloody and gory.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, for a lot of you young brothers, I want you to understand that This is not the Lost Boys. This is not Peter Pan. You will eventually have to answer to somebody. Now, Young Link told y'all he didn't have much guidance when growing up, but that's still no excuse. Y'all gotta understand, when y'all think that y'all can go around and there's no type of consequences, y'all let these young girls fool y'all head up and say, oh, wait, you're amazing. This is forever. I'm telling you right now, you buck with the wrong side of the law. Believe me, it catches up to you eventually. Not today, not tomorrow, but when you get on social media and you making those little buds and weed and you showing little young girls on social media and stuff, I'm gonna pass it over to MOT. Because I don't want y'all to think that we are judging this young man, which honestly, he already got a judge in a bunch of peers that are about to hang him. Go ahead, MOT.
Yeah, we are judging. Fuck this. All that shit that he has done, that's what he got caught doing. That's what they can prove. You know, they got all type of, circumstantial stuff that they can't prove that led up to him doing what he did, get arrested. Sorry, man, but I don't give a fuck what happened in the household. This motherfucker shows up on my doorstep and he didn't rape my daughter or beat the shit out of my mother or grandmother or rob them or some shit. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing. Listen, man, most people don't have the money to fix their fucking problem.
He did.
Okay? You got $1 million fucking in the bank. Dude, listen, man. Be like Rick Ross. The moment you get off the stage, nobody knows what the fuck Rick Ross does.
Mm-hmm.
But Rick Ross ain't out here doing that stupid shit either. Even though he's talking about it just like his dumb ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some people have to go. Just have to. Yeah. They're going to give him 60 years. Yeah.
Oh, man. They're going to give him 60 years, MOT? They're going to give him 60 years, MOT?
Well, racketeering is you got at least do 20 years of that, though, but...
I mean, he gonna pay them lawyers probably about $30,000, and they're gonna take them down to about 60 years. It ain't gonna be life, but it ain't gonna be death either. So, fuck it. His music, I don't care about what he talks about in his music. I mean, I can listen to other shit. I ain't gotta listen to a piece of shit like this.
Right. Okay, guys. No, continue. I'm pulling up the video for y'all. No, go ahead, MOT. I'm getting the video ready for y'all. I know y'all. I'm giving y'all a nice, good video footage movie just to watch. I want to make sure y'all.
He was rewarded for half the dumb shit he was doing by putting it in the lyrics and songs and shit. Like, he actually kind of got away with it for a while.
Yeah.
And once you let these things proceed unchecked, they just keep escalating and escalating and escalating to where, oh, okay. Now we really got to get this dude off the street. He's now a threat and a danger for a whole bunch of them, rather than just himself. Like I said, he had the money to fix his issues. He probably didn't think he had any issues. There's just, I'm not sure how you can get a handle on it, because at some point, you got to start holding these parents responsible for the reptiles that they fucking raise. I don't have time for this shit, because nobody would be like, oh my God, they're being too harsh on them. Would you like for your son or daughter to get assaulted by this piece of shit? The answer is no.
That's true.
The problem is that this is simple stuff. And if you talk to some of these B-dubs out here, they got the red carpet. Free this motherfucker. Like, free him to
Yeah, and I'm seeing that too. People saying, oh, free my nigga. I'm like,
oh,
really?
man, they ain't nothing new. They did the same thing with the Meek Mill, all that stuff, man.
Like, y'all always, it always amazes me how much I'm not going to say how much dumb people want to free people. Y'all don't ever talk about people getting into school. Y'all don't ever talk about people getting jobs. Y'all be boycotting for like the most destructive people in the community. But you don't be arguing to get y'all kids like better education. Get your roads fixed. Get better housing.
Mm-hmm.
That always amazed me.
Hey, along the same lines, my brother, the ones having all the problem with the child support shit.
Yep.
He now, after his 11th time in court, he now gets to pay his child support. Doesn't go to the mother. 11 fucking times he had to go to court.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because he just kept having this problem. Like, all right, shit, heads up again. Like, fuck it. These motherfuckers don't know me by a first name fucking basis out this bitch. Yep. So, it took 11 times, but he finally got to be able to pay his child support, and now he's not on it. It's a non-related issue, but kind of related. Because we know how this dude was raised. There was no man around. Doing stupid shit meant that he was a man.
Yep. Showing up. He did brag that a lot.
Well, he was the one he had to do what he had to do to take care of his mother. Yeah, I remember him being proudful of that.
He was proud. He was proud about it. He said, I take care of my mom. I do this. I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as a man say that, he should be immediately locked up for some psychiatric counseling. As soon as they say that shit, it should be removed from the home.
That's why I keep waiting for MOT to become the president. And
because here's the problem. What you have is these mothers know that these kids are up to no damn good. They benefit from it. And then they reliably rely on the criminal justice to clean up their mess after this shit's over. Like, man, fuck all that. We need to put both of these motherfuckers in jail.
Mm-hmm. Let's play the video, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and get it playing for you.
Disturbing new details about rapper Tehashi 6ix9ine's alleged involvement in several crimes in New York City. Federal prosecutors released photos of Tehashi, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, mere feet away from someone in his group firing a gun inside Barclays Center. That happened on April 21st. That same day, Tehashi was allegedly caught on camera watching his friend shoot at a car that had been following them. Prosecutors also released a photo of an AR-15 style rifle recovered at Tehashi's apartment.
Okay, so there you brothers go. That's the news. Pretty much, I let y'all hear that yourself. You're known for the company you keep. You're known, again, racketeering. If y'all want to look at it, dishonest and fraudulent business dealings. A racket is a planned or organized criminal act, usually in which the criminal act is a form of business or a way to earn illegal or extorted money, regularly or briefly, but repeatedly. A racket is often a repeated or continuous criminal operation. I want y'all to understand this. But I know a lot of y'all idiots keep on saying the law is out to get him. The law, when y'all say that, y'all don't know how dumb y'all sound. That means he repeatedly kept doing this stuff. Mm-hmm. You got to do a lot to get the feds involved.
And I mean a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like if you keep a track record of him, he had a fight, in that what is that airport, LAX, man. I mean,
they were adding all of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's things that he could have controlled. Like, I just wish he, like you say, he could have got therapy, with the money that he had, like MT said, and some type of, just any help, man, emotionally. But like I said, it just goes to the fact that I don't know if he really wanted it. He probably loved and enjoyed the attention. So, hey.
I mean, honestly, you ever had it where the teacher tells you to settle down?
Yes.
And you're like, you're going to keep on acting a fool to that point where you get past there and you get to the principal. Where
you start breaking down.
You start breaking down and there's no way I can back out of it. See, one, he went on the Breakfast Club and said, fuck that whole gang that you was clicking with. He said that. So now you said, fuck the police, fuck the Chicago gangbangers, fuck the California gangbangers, fuck this gang, fuck that gang. Then after that, you say, now you're saying fuck the gang that was giving you protection. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If any of y'all black boys, please stay away from this type of mindset, because this is the mindset of death. This is what MOT be telling y'all about. Listen, sometimes y'all gotta lay alone in that apartment, even when y'all see that phone ringing, you know that is up to no good. I need to just sit your ass in that house. The judge does not care to hear your excuses about why you got in that car and your friend got out and shot that gun. He don't care to find out who did it. Especially for some of y'all black asses. He ain't trying to figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pass it over. I'm gonna pass over to Young Lake or MOT. Y'all can go off of that, brothers.
It's just that this is no excuse for this behavior, man. And I like these kind of cases because as soon as I see some hot fire bullshit come across my timeline, your ass is getting a fucking Mutombo with the fucking quick. I do not want to be around anybody who think that this motherfucker is some type of victim.
Oh, there's some females who saying that they feel bad for him. Believe it.
I know, and they're crazy, which is fine. You know, I don't have the medical expertise or the facilities to try to figure out some of these motherfuckers, and I have no intentions on trying to acquire that. But this motherfucker got to go. It's like, man, they actually need to bring guilt by association back into the country so we can get rid of all these motherfuckers. One goddamn time. Because I am sick of having this conversation over and fucking over and fucking over. It's like, you see all the charges. The motherfucker just yada, yada, yada. This motherfucker needs to be out here free. Why don't we revoke his bail? Because that ain't what bail's for. Bail isn't for murderers and motherfuckers who do racketeering to be walking around in this motherfucker acting free until he goes to court. That ain't the point of bail.
Mm.
It's not the point of bail. The bail is for you to get your legal shit together. If you're facing 32 in the minimum, who are we fooling? Who the fuck? What strategy is that?
There's that much strategy to get out of that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all, brothers. I'm gonna start off with Young Link.
Yes.
Why are females defending this type of man?
Woo. Trying to figure out.
I didn't want to give it to MOT first, but I know he would just go. He might
no medical facilities that figure this out.
A whole medical thesis. Let me give it to you first. MOT's gonna, I know he'd wait for his turn.
Welcome to MOT Medical Center. No, this is. You can go MOT. You know, I'll go after you.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, I just tell this motherfucker this. I got some bad news and I got some worse news. The bad news is your ass is getting light. The worst news is it's going to be a very fucking short. I mean, these people here, man. Like every time, man, it never ceases to amaze me how many women I have to kick off my Facebook group. Like, oh, I didn't know you was on Facebook anymore. I'm like, no, I'm still there. You know, you just can't be part of the group. You're on that dump. It's just that they know this is the forbidden fruit. They see that he takes care of his mom, and they're like, ooh, this dude got money I can get taken care of too. Like, most of these women are fucking cinnamon flavored rat poison. Anybody who fucking thinks that this dude is some type of guy that they should want to get with or be around or idolize, I mean, they're the same as. Because guess what? Water 6 is on level. It's because deep down, they're a piece of shit too. And I thank them for their honesty by letting us know that they cannot be helped. So, that's all I got, man.
Yeah. I mean, same thing. Like I said, women. like I said, it was attracted to his fame, you know, the attention he was giving. And I mean, it's to the point that I seen a woman on Instagram actually dressed up as Tehashi 69 on Halloween. So I mean, it's no surprise then. I mean, um and it's kind of funny too, because you know, some of his lyrics and his music, man, he degrade women, but they still winded up supporting it. But
I mean, who could grade hoes? Which like, like a movie song.
you get what I'm saying? Like, you can assault them, but long as it's aligned with a compliment, a woman's okay with it. Like, for an example, you could say, "Oh, you," if you say you look like a bitch today, you know, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna get upset. But you say you look like a bad bitch. Oh, okay, thank you. You know, so you it's along those lines. But yeah.
I have a hypothesis
Mm-hmm.
on the thing about it is, well, I watched a group of young girls defend him. They weren't bad looking female. They were just. I was like, man, why would y'all waste y'all life for a man that damages and destroys the same community where most of y'all children are born?
Mm.
Where most of your young men, mind you, he's been on the Breakfast Club, and he says that they ask him question like, listen, those guys, those black boys out there who defend you, protect you, you're not worried about them dying? He said that's what they're paid for.
Mm.
That's what they're paid for. He does not care about your sons. He does not care about y'all. He's not even y'all same ethnicity. And y'all continues to go to that kind of disrespect. You see, y'all can't get mad at the white man, how he looks at y'all. I'm gonna say that. Because he says, when you allow this type of virus or disease in y'all community and y'all praise and worship this type of death and destruction, how do you want me to look at and deal with y'all? See, I got to be real, because, you know, I don't understand y'all. When y'all women say that y'all want good brothers or y'all want good men, but y'all praise and say, free Tehashi, free Daniel, I know there ain't no hope for me. There's no reason for me to send any of my children to ever want to bed or take one of y'all as their own. Sometimes I wonder, as a Dr. King, if I could go back in the past and just show him a film of just what he is marching for. I would say, do you still think it's worth that march? Because honestly, when y'all say free him, you ask for your own destruction. This is why MOT said, I'm glad that his ass is in there for life. And the thing sad about it is we know that there's going to be more of y'all who are going to follow right behind him. Y'all had Bobby Shmurda.
Mm.
Y'all had doggone, who else did y'all have? I was going to show a video of Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka said he wants out of the rap game. But see, that's the problem. Some of y'all wait so long until it's too late, and then y'all want people to feel bad for you or sympathize for the foolery that y'all do. Y'all told brothers like MOT, hey man, give me a job. Even though I fucked up my life for like 15 or 20 years, you shouldn't judge me for that. Hook a brother up. You should be willing to hire Ray and Pookies. You remember when you had a bunch of brothers that had money telling you should redeem and hire Ray and Pookies? You remember that, MOT?
Yeah. And I didn't give a fuck about their opinion, because they ain't got shit to lose. I do.
But see,
that's just the way that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want these stupid motherfuckers to have jobs, you go out there and create them for them. Lots of luck to you. I lost about $2.5 million fucking a few seconds. So if you want to go out there and lose that type of money, be my guest.
Ray and Pookie don't care about how much money you lose, so long as they are. This is the thing about it, man. I wish I could really. I followed this guy for 2 days. After I saw him on the Breakfast Club, and he said, "Fuck Treyway." Mind you, this is an infamous blood gang that is older than this boy. This is why when you get, I don't know if y'all know anything about the law or the government, how it really works. When you got a U.S. attorney gunning for you, U.S. attorneys don't just go after anybody. They don't. And what's bad about it, they already know you snitched. Because you ran on the radio station and told everything. You don't think they don't be listening to videos like this? The government, of all people? Mind you, they already signed the Patriot Act. So the government has the right. You can ask former officer MOT. Every text message, every email, every Facebook, every video you put up, once it gets out there, it's fair game. Fair game. I mean, what can you possibly tell some of these young brothers, because I know some of them, they feel like Tehashi is a hero. He's a champion.
Right.
He just has the system.
Of what?
That's what I'm saying, though.
He's a hero. He's a hero. He's a champion for the black people, for our culture.
But then, it's a balance, and a lot of people don't like
Your
him.
son should be just like Tehashi 6ix9ine.
Well, we bombarded with entertainment. And I just want to say, as black people, for young black kids, as the great advice I can give you is that, listen, man, just follow your own intuition. Do not look up to these artists and these entertainers, because at the end of the day, they are going by an agenda. Most of these artists don't even own their own music. They're going by who owns the music companies. And so I remember I was talking to a rapper. He's coming up in the game. He said he had a meeting. He made conscious music, but now he had a meeting for him to actually get up there and be signed to his record label. They said, hey, you got to dumb down your music. So at the end of the day, I mean, this music is made for destruction. I mean, hip hop is not, it used to be our culture, but it's not anymore, man, because it's in the hands of the people that controls it, man, just to keep black people in a lower vibration. So I want to say that as black people, it's okay to listen to this, but at the same time, do not implement this in your life if it's on something negative. You got to have the ability to separate rap from reality. And I think that's a lot of kids don't understand that. They get too caught up into the money, the influence, and all that is fake, man. I'm just like, to get out the hood and also too, most of them that grew up in impoverished neighborhoods. If you grew up in impoverished neighborhoods and you looking up to the music to get you out of there, you can get it through the internet. You can get it through physics. You can get it through just creating a product, man, and just know that that's a positive alternative to help you succeed. You don't have to always just do destructive things. And I really want the children and from all races, man, that feel like the only way they need to make it is to do what Tekashi's doing. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. Just understand that, and I think it's a Bible verse in Proverbs when it says, he who walks with the wise will be wise, but a companion of fools will always be destroyed. So know your circle, man. And just understand that this rapping, this acting, all that stuff is fake. It's a facade. It's not real. And you got to have the ability to decipher that in real life. And the things that you do right now can affect you in the long run. That's like my best advice for these young kids.
Very well said.
Yep.
MOT.
Entertainment is not to be mimicked in real life. That's why it's called entertainment. I mean, like, you know what? I grew up watching the X-Men and Spider-Man. Not once did I want to switch from a fucking building, or did I want to fucking go through the adamantium bonding process and be like Wolverine. Like come on. Like, dude, at some fucking point, man. Dude, these parents have got to moderate what these kids are listening to. Making sure they're not turning out to what they're listening to. I mean, man, it's...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's so... Go ahead.
I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, there's many factors and things too, PMT. I just want to say, like I said, the TV can be a deception. Be mindful of what you watch, and what you view. I mean, subconsciously, you keep seeing imagery all the time. I mean, this is why corporations profit all the time. Like, on this Black Fridays and all these things, because they keep putting you these commercials every single day. Every time you watch a television, then next you know, you're going to start buying things off of emotions. I just feel like emotionally, when people in urban communities, they feel like, okay, well, schools are failing us. There ain't too many opportunities out here. Only thing I can do is just troll and rap or do these things. And they neglect their values and their morals. And I feel like if I start doing that, I can finally be noticed. So it's all common. Like I said, it all starts at home too, man. And for someone who's in a broken family, like I said, best advice is like, just get some self-development, man. And like I said, just understand that, don't get too caught up in to this false reality, this illusion, the fake world, the social media. But that's my thing. If you want to utilize social media, use it for positive things. And because you can be successful by doing positive things. I just think that that's not being pushed out in the norm. So I kind of do blame, like I said, the influences that goes on here in the urban areas. I think this is one of the reasons why a lot of young kids look up to these rappers, but they don't understand the big picture on how to win in life. But because these options wasn't, thrown out to us, man.
I want to say that as a parent, I'm very stringent on what my children take in. When I didn't have a stable setting home, when I saw doggone Wesley Snipes as Blade swinging around the sword, that didn't make my black ass run out there and grab a stick and start swinging at people. When I saw Nino Brown in New Jack City, Nino got his ass beat, and everybody around him died. You see, y'all forget that in these fast upcoming rushes of getting money, you lose something. Hang on. Anybody want to mute this up real quick? You lose yourself. You lose what you're about. When you hang around people that do not seek your betterment. I ran with the gangs. I ran with the homies. And as I started to notice the basketball court, and I look around from the left to the right, what went from a 12-man basketball game down to, we playing 21, and there's only 2 or 3 of us left, and another one of us is in a wheelchair because he's disabled from the waist on down. You start to rethink about life. And see, y'all, I want a lot of y'all young guys to understand this ain't no game. Them cops ain't playing with you. The world ain't playing with you. Y'all think it's a game when you try to go slide a girl a roofie and you don't think that there ain't no repercussions? Because y'all listen to those rap videos about sliding girls' Mickeys and stuff? Y'all think it's a game whenever you tote a gun around that you think the police are going to hesitate on shooting you? Huh? All they're going to do is just buy you some damn T-shirts. Y'all think it's a game when you get mad at somebody, rather than you be a man just because they said something to you, you could just walk away. You feel by picking up a brick and busting them upside their head in front of people to prove your manhood that you're going to get some type of medal. Like this is Grand Theft Auto, and that if you run for a while and hide under your covers, that guess what? The law is going to disappear. It don't work like that. I can tell you right now. It is 2018, black man. Nobody's playing with your black ass. Nobody is going to be tolerant of you. Nobody gives a shit what pep rallies that rile up and mark for you. And you see, this is the problem. You don't see lawyers, doctors, you don't see young brothers who are doing something with themselves. You don't see the young links out there. You don't see the MOTs. You don't see the BMTs. You don't see us out there getting into this type of bullshit. You don't see Point of Views. You don't see Clever Kev. You don't see BK. You don't see Steven. You don't see no black man who is doing something with his life getting into this type of bullshit. Why? Because we understand this shit is fake. And that every man has to be accountable for his actions. But kids like this and young men who still be busting a sag and be trying to hang out there in clubs late at night just to try to get a woman to give him some type of 5 minutes of attention, this is probably the future that you need. But stop asking the black men who are doing what they need to do to feel sorry for you, or to pick up the pace and take care of your bastard children. It's not our job. It's not. All right, guys. Young Link, you want to talk about your channel before we go? You want to get them out your channel real quick?
Yes. Yes. Channels link in the description box. But right now in this video, Yuglinkjr. I talk about certain things, a variety of things, sports, movie reviews, and just political things primarily. And I'll be uploading daily, so please check my channel out. You will love and enjoy it.
And I'm showing y'all his channel right now, so he's already hit 1,000. Please, guys, please support the brother's channel. He goes in hard for the young brothers, speaking on a lot of politics, movies, and different other things. So we're gonna go back to MOT. MOT, anything you want to say before we get off?
Listen to the music, don't practice it.
Amen. I agree.
Amen. I agree.
Not going to be able to outwit federal prosecutors whose jobs locked. Not going to get away with anything. But just the silver lining is that he didn't have too many kids. Got to deal with, hopefully his son is well taken care of. He wasn't. So hopefully he will be able to redeem his son in ways that he wouldn't be able to redeem himself. Now it's going to be that much harder with him not really physically being around. When you do things like this, you have to understand it. Like, I did a show on this that I haven't posted yet, but this dude probably did so much shit, he don't even feel guilty about any of this shit. But she was like, man, that's mild compared to the shit I have done. Now think about waking up and you have to pay for this shit for every single second that you're on the planet. The shit that you did in your past. It's not a good feeling, man. It's not a good feeling. I mean, think about something that you thought about doing 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now imagine you actually doing it. Now imagine that you're punished for the rest of your life from shit that you didn't forgot about. That they're going to bring up at some later. And now you have to pay for that for the rest of your life. Now you got to sit there trying to head fake yourself into thinking that you're innocent. The time that you're wasting behind bars, there's times you could have did other things. Now, I guarantee you, he understands how valuable time is.
Yes. That's deep. Yeah. Just gotta value life, man. Value life.
It's not worth it, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna celebrate your glory behind bars. No people gonna go on to looking at other shit. They don't even
yeah.
They're probably already looking at another rapper right now. I'm willing to bet they are looking at another rapper right now. And like I say, these little pump, little dookie, little kumquat, all these little niggas. I'm sorry.
And my thing is, I really want to defend Tehashi, but it's so hard because he's just that's what I'm saying. I can't. I'm sure because it's the things that he kept doing, man. It's just like, dang, man. Do you even feel any regret or remorse? Like, do you, do you want to have an ounce of change in you? But
here's the thing about it. And I'm willing to put I will put my life on. I will put my bank account, my social security. I'll put all my savings on it right now. I can pull up countless videos. Hear me now. Countless videos of older black men that have been in the game longer than him. Rappers, DJs, different other people on shows continuously telling him to stop. Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it. Literally, I could pull up a footage from the Breakfast Club where Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy said, listen, everybody gets touched eventually.
Well, yeah.
They said that. You remember? He said, nobody can touch me. Nobody can touch me.
I say the person that was really fortunate was probably 50 Cent, because 50 Cent did a similar thing Tehashi was doing, trolling, you know, talking about saying stuff, got shot like 9 times, survived, did movies, so changed his life.
And what 50 Cent tell us that? What 50 Cent tell us that when Tehashi called for him? Don't call me. Don't even lose my number. Call your mama. So I'm gonna let y'all know the world will use you and not give 0 fucks what happens to you.
Yeah, the world don't care about you, man. Remember my dad told me that. That's so true. That's just how it is.
I'm trying to let y'all know. I'm trying to let y'all brothers know this stuff, man. This has happened to me. I'm pretty sure it's happened to you, Young Link. I'm pretty sure it's happened to MOT. The world, at some point, you try to do something for the street. Guess what? They fuck you over. When you call them, they're gone. I don't know you, MOT. Why you calling me? You get out of it. I don't know you, Young Link. Why you getting in touch with me? Go back to church. I don't know you, Joe. That's not like a personal thing. So you know what I learned? I said, when I get out of this bullshit ditch, and believe me, they'll come back to you. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, man, you know shit. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't know you niggas. We'll do a talk about that next time. I'm trying to get a little hot because I'm getting PTSD of every nigga that tried to fuck me over. And when I did call for them, they didn't show up. But that's for another time. You guys, thank you for joining us here on BMT2 Unfiltered. We thank y'all for the love and support. Listen, share the video, support the channel, keep the likes going, keeping us positive, man. We'll give you the hardest facts and the latest views. You guys, y'all take care. This is Joe from BMT, along with Young Link and MOT.